Other things,
around him.
yes, my pocket watch.
Really?
Yes, yes,
I
yes.
see.
Got a waistcoat with a pocket watch, which was a gift from my two sisters. It
Ah,
says brother on it. Yeah. And it works properly, yes.
family indeed
It
knows their
tells
own.
it tells the actual time, see?
Why do you have
Yeah.
this face?
It's not just a prop. Oh, and I'll tell you what. This morning when I was leaving the house, I went to kiss my son goodbye, and then he opened one eye to look at me because it wasn't yet time for him to wake up. Opened one eye to look at me and said, "Daddy, why are you dressed like a Victorian pickpocket?"
Oh,
I
this
like that boy.
apple is
That
not
boy is becoming a problem.
falling very far from this tree.
I will have to put a price on him and sell him very soon. So yes. By the way, don't forget to follow us on Facebook Live. Come and watch us on Facebook Live.
Yes.
And see what a Victorian pickpocket looks like. And and of course, make sure you like, comment, and share our live feed. We're also on YouTube, so check us out at Joy 99.7 FM. All right, the Drive Safe campaign is brought to you every morning by Joy News and Multimedia Group. It's supported by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Toyota, superior quality. Avoid all distractions, keep both eyes on the road and hands on the steering wheel. Be visible, drive with your lights on. That is how you drive safe.
So we know that selling your used car can sometimes be stressful, and that's why Toyota Ghana Company Limited says you don't have to stress anymore. If you desire to sell your used Toyota car purchase from Toyota Ghana Company Limited, then visit any of our branch offices and exchange your car for cash. Yes, believe it, it's that simple. Toyota Ghana has interest to purchase your used Toyota vehicle bought from them. Just bring your used Toyota vehicle and receive cash. Walk away with the right resale value for your used Toyota vehicle. But please do note this offer is limited to vehicles sold and serviced by Toyota Ghana Company Limited. Visit any of our branches for more details or call 0552 761616 or 0552 760924. Toyota Ghana Company Limited is proud to be associated with Joy FM and Joy News Drive Safe Tips on the Super Morning Show. Toyota Superior Quality.
Superior quality. Right, let's learn how to say it right this morning by the courtesy of Korba Payment App. Korba, our lives simplified.
Something must be done.
You say either, I say either. You say
We're going to deal with two words today. The first word is flounder. Flounder. It means to flop about pointlessly. It also describes the struggle to decide what to say or do. But I'll tell you what flounder does not mean. It does not mean to sink or drown. Which brings us to our second word, founder. Founder. Someone who creates or establishes an organization. But the word founder also means to fill with water and sink. People often say flounder when they mean founder. And I don't think it helps that there's also a species of fish called a flounder. Is your head spinning? Are you starting to flounder? Is your mental ship beginning to founder? Well, at least you know how to say it right. Yeah, that's how you say it right. Founder and flounder. All right, so weekends are for chilling, they say, but with Korba, every minute of your time is like a party. Korba makes life simple. It allows you to transfer funds across all bank accounts or mobile money wallets, to top up airtime and data, to pay your insurance, TV, utility bills, and so much more with pleasure anytime and anywhere. In addition, you get a free life insurance cover while you make your payments with Korba. This is more than you expected, I know, so use Korba and enjoy life's little pleasures. Download Korba, it's spelled Korba, on the Play Store or the App Store, or access it via the WhatsApp channel 0242 426 186, or just dial star 365 hash. Korba, our lives simplified.
Well, if owning a new home or buying a second home, or maybe buying a land to build your dream home is one of your goals for 2021, then here's some real help from First National Bank, because First National Bank has declared 2021 as the year of home ownership, Yoho 2021, to help make home ownership a reality for many Ghanaians. Yoho 2021 offers a unique opportunity for all resident and non-resident Ghanaians to access First National Bank's suite of home loan offers. Get relevant advice on home ownership and guidance to overcome some of the hurdles like documentation, title, and credit history. Indeed, home ownership provides stability and wealth building opportunities, and you can buy your dream home from our partner developers or choose to complete that project you started years ago. Take advantage of First National Bank's competitive interest rates and I promise to give you a decision on your home loan application in 5 working days, provided all requirements are met. Accept the YOHO 2021 challenge and apply for a home loans facility to ensure you are on the housing ladder by end of 2021. Call First National Bank on 0242435050 or 0800 770 or send an email at ghanahomeloans@firstnationalbank.com.gh. For more information, YOHO 2021, moving you from a tenant to a homeowner. First National Bank, how can we help you?
All right, now just before we get into the papers with the news review, let's do a couple of things.
Okay.
First, yesterday, ACP Ahin Arno, who is in charge of operations at the Ghana Police Service, started to outline some strategies put in place to respond to this recent wave of crime, including the bullion van robbery and so forth. Let's listen to what he said.
We've asked our commanders to escort the bullion van. Instead of sitting in the bullion van, now they are not going to do that. We'll have an escort vehicle and they will escort the bullion van. And the personnel should not be less than 3. And they also have to put on their body armor and then the helmet. So that is the directive that has been given by the chief of police. We have zoned the metropolis into 7 sectors. We have teams in each of the sectors being supervised by senior police officers. Their basic job is to stop and search all vehicles, motorbikes, people with suspicious character. We also have our motorbikes, normally we call the rovers. They have also been placed at the various intersections and then the vantage points.
Yeah. So, I mean, that sounds like, it sounds like it will address some aspect of the problem, right?
Yeah.
Because when you think back to the one that happened recently near Kolebu, and the fact that the robbers were able to attack one target, which was the one single vehicle, and the fact that the person to guard the vehicle was inside it.
Yeah.
Which on hindsight, I guess, perhaps is not the most strategic way to do that.
Yeah.
Imagine if you hire a security guard and ask him to sit in your living room. Yeah.
Yeah,
I'm glad to
use.
see, that they're thinking around the problem. I hope it brings about some solutions. Okay. Now, in addition to that, a Kumasi High Court has ruled against government in the seizure of excavators belonging to mining firm Heritage Imperial Limited. Joy News managed to secure a copy of the judgment, and we've been learning a bit about it. But let's start with what the Minister for Lands and Natural Resources, Samuel Abu Jinapor, told Parliament about this. He said that government's decision to burn excavators as part of efforts to end illegal mining activities has the backing of the 1992 Constitution. Let's listen to him.
The directive principle of state policy, which I've already explained in my answer, is to guide government policy, is to guide the conduct of government, and indeed the provisions of the Constitution vest legal mandate and authorities in any body, whether the legislature or the executive or the judiciary or a citizen, a legal mandate to act. And the provisions of Article 36 are very unequivocal and emphatic that the government shall take appropriate measures. That vests legal authority in the government to take appropriate measures to protect the environment.
That's an interesting position, right? So let's assume
It looks like finally we found some directive principles of state policy to back our decision.
But I mean, I wonder when you listen to how it's framed. So he says the Constitution allows the government to use whatever means they deem relevant to protect the environment in this case, including illegal means.
Frankly, I don't think that the directive principles of state policy is construed in a way that it would deliberately decide to go against what has been. I mean, of course, I agree that the Constitution is the supreme body of law in the country, and its dictates actually cover all other laws, and no law can be more superior to it. But I think it is about interpretation, how you see it, how you construe it. So we are consistently justifying our decisions with that particular one. We hope it will stand up in court when these issues come up. But as is ruled in the heritage case.
And in fact, we'll come to the heritage case in a moment. Let's just clarify something on this. So what the minister is saying is that the Constitution allows them to use whatever means necessary. But then when challenged, he says that those who will be affected cannot take government to court, right? They cannot take government to court.
I mean, I'm sure he may mean that they cannot secure a successful prosecution because it doesn't make sense that people can go to court when they feel that they are affected. It is whether or not they will succeed in court, that's a different thing altogether. That's perhaps is what he's trying to say. But people rarely can go to court on it. And it is an example of this that is clearly dictated in the heritage case. Yeah. And in that case, it was pretty clear what the court set out for determination, which included whether or not the plaintiff was duly granted a prospecting permit over the Upper Parama Forest Reserve, and whether or not the Interministerial Committee on Illegal Mining has the right to confiscate and sell the equipment, machinery of the plaintiff without recourse to the court. Now, the court found in favor of the plaintiff, that's the Heritage Limited, that indeed the Interministerial Committee, and this issue happened around December 2018, in the Interministerial Committee did not have the right to confiscate and sell equipment and machinery of the plaintiff without recourse to the court. That is what the court ruled, and that's what they settled on this matter. Then it proceeded to award costs, and that's what, if you put them all together, that's what goes to the 15 million. The court gave specific reasons, including the fact that if the law says out clearly that you should have a court determining and deciding what happens to this equipment, you cannot wake up on your own and one, confiscate, two, proceed to sell. And the court even ended up saying that even though some people are standing trial for what's related to this, it is convinced that the procedure government used was absolutely wrong.
You see, and the court says something on page 27 of the judgment. It says, the answer clearly shows that the defendant's representative, Kwame Ahoma, is well versed in the procedures in the matter. But from the above answer, he concedes that granted that the plaintiffs were engaged in any illegality, the law did not permit the seizure and sale of its equipment and machinery by the Interministerial Task Force without any order from the courts.
So you see, that's now the critical issue. That it doesn't actually matter whether you were using the equipment for illegal activity. Once there is a spelled out procedure on what must be done with the equipment, and that procedure says it must be determined by a court.
Yeah.
Once that is in place, no party can take any decision over that equipment without the courts say so. This is specifically what this ruling is stating.
Yeah.
So that really, really brings into question Mr. Jinapor's position that no one can secure, a judgment against government for burning excavators.
Well, the president says they should try it at court. Let's see if anybody.
That is the next point I was going to make.
Finally, this case was hinted when the Attorney General was on Newsfile some time ago. He only said he had asked for this ruling to be submitted to him and didn't actually have full knowledge of it.
Yes.
And I'm hoping that now that he might have full knowledge of some of this, it would inform his advice to government on this matter.
Going forward, exactly. Well, let's get to the newspaper review now. Brought to us by First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different. Star Assurance, your solid partner, and Visa contactless card. Tap to pay with your Visa contactless card. It's fast, easy, and secure. Visa everywhere you want to be.
Now, I'll go, my people.
Amen.
My people is me, Kojo Yankson, the morning man. If you have your speaker turned down low, this will be a good time to turn it up so your family and friends can catch this gist I'm about to drop. Ready? Have you ever dreaded the stress of spending too long in a queue in the store, or hearing no change when you pay cash for your items? Well, all that should be a thing of the past. You and I can now spend less time on checkout queues and speed up our payments when we tap to pay with the new Visa contactless card. You heard me, Visa contactless card. Visa contactless card is the new safe, easy, and faster way to pay at stores, restaurants, shops, bars, cinemas, at your favorite merchants every single day. To get started with this cool and secure payment lifestyle, just check that your Visa card has the contactless symbol. Next, just tap to pay on a contactless payment device when checking out at a merchant store. And finally, confirm your payment. Nanyan, it's that simple. If you don't have a Visa contactless card, don't worry, just ask your bank for one. So, when you need to dash in and out of the store, Visa contactless card is the one for you. Remember, next time you hang out with your family or friends or grab lunch, pay like a pro. Tap to pay with your Visa contactless card. It's fast, easy, and secure. Visa, everywhere you want to be.
All right, so let's get into the newspapers now. Good morning again, Raymond.
Raymond is flashing his
showing us
Visa contactless
that
card.
everywhere he wants to be, he will be. Well, the Business Finder for today says, don't kill, destroy companies, ICU charges workers. Ghana of money laundering list regains confidence of investors and needs to save $17 million through merger with NI. You know, one thing I like about state institutional, that is administration, we have saved you some money. And so, Ghana to save $17 million. That's neat.
Now, the new Crusading Guide has these stories. Weapons retrieved in the eastern region as police gunned down 2 robbers at Intuaso. Then court renders Unibank's receiver's appointment void. And this is an issue that came up a couple of days ago. The court described as an illegality.
Yeah.
The stay in office of Ni Amano Dodu as receiver in that Unibank case, and therefore struck out the very issuance of the writ in his name as Ni Amano Dodu. The reasoning is that 2 years. He was not supposed to take up the office in 2 years, but he did take up the office before 2 years. Anyway, now, McDan launches autobiography and adopt 50 children. There's also on the front page, Tarikoni loses Trasaco Valley as the Supreme Court rules in that case, and that the management of Topkins Limited is gearing up to fully execute a Supreme Court judgment against Empire Builders, that is Ernesto Tarikoni's Trasaco Valley. So that the basic element here is that Trasaco wanted to get the rightful owners of the land, Nungwa Stu, and not Teshi Stu that they got the land from, to regularize the arrangement with him. At the time, Nungwa Stu has also contracted a new body, the Topkins, to lease the land to them. So, therefore, the court ruled that the rightful owners of the land and the lease at Trasaco is now Topkins and not the people who have been managing the place, Empire Builders. So that's the difference. Anyway, those are the stories on the front page of the new Crusading Guide. Before I go, there's one about government condemns Ejura violence. And that's up here. And it's not only government, the Cali Bishops Conference. And there's an important point in the paragraphs. One of them says that we should all be concerned about the growing issues of intolerance in the country, and that's what the Cali Bishops Conference said. The Peace Council also issued a statement, and Occupy Ghana too has a statement out.
The Daily Graphic says delisting from money laundering, investment inflows to swell, according to Finance Minister. And Ghana ranked Africa's third in cybersecurity. Jinapot justifies banning of excavators. We've told you about that. 22 notorious robbers wanted 50,000 reward for informant, and levy to fund mental health advocated.
Now, the Daily Guide says more trouble for Infansiman MPs killers, and we're told by the CID that they've been prosecuted one way or the other and successfully jailed. Now, Kaka killed by brother is a question on the front page of the Daily Guide. This is the protester, the First Country Ghana gentleman who died, whose death and his subsequent complaints sparked yesterday's problems. Now, the other one is government welcomes FATF reprieve. That's on the front page of Daily Guide. Yes.
Finally, the chronicle that I have here this morning, Ephesians 5 verse 13, but when anything is exposed by the light, it becomes visible. Please seize 2,882 AK-47 bullets and M16 rifles from suspected armed robbers. The Ejura shooting trigger happy Are Bongo Boys in trouble? And Happy Commander-in-Chief orders probe and FATF Lords Ghana's anti-money laundering policies.
Then if I end with the BNFT, says informal sector is struggling to adapt to new normal as sector's recovery is still below the pre-pandemic levels. There's one about Ghana's cybersecurity development ranked third. There's also total vehicle sales has declined by 17% in 2020. This is Stanbic Bank's research. But I know somebody who's up the game big time in this entity. You know that?
I know.
Yeah.
Let's get into online news review.
Legendary upping.
Brought to us by Zenith Bank, in your best interest, Goyle Good Energy, and Enterprise Life. No matter how much you make for a living, Enterprise Life has solutions carefully crafted for you. Enterprise Life, your advantage.
Now, Goyle higher grade fuels have been tried, tested, proven, and accepted over the years as most suitable for all engine types, including the latest vehicles with the most modern engines. In addition to these superior qualities, Goyle higher grade fuels are further fortified with the XP3 additive, multifunctional enhancer, more efficient, eco-friendly, and sold at no extra cost. Goyle higher grade fuels come in Goyle Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP. They're sold in every Goyle station, not just selected ones. So fill up with Goyle higher grade fuels. Ajibebia, Goyle, good energy. Goyle, yeah, diem.
Right, time now for the BBC News, brought to us by Fidelity Bank.
Believe with us.
This is a bank, First Atlantic Bank, a shiny purple star to brighten up my day. First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different services all day long. First Atlantic Bank, and it feels so cool. I know this is where I belong. Come on, everybody, this is a bank like no other. First Atlantic Bank. Follow me, let's go now. Let's go, let's bank. This is a bank like no other. Let's bank. This is a bank like no other. Let's bank. This is a bank like no other. First Atlantic Bank.
First Atlantic Bank, refreshingly different.
I nearly gave up on driving out of frustration. What hadn't I done? Purging, replacing electrical parts, changing my fuel pump, and still the engine noise in my car wouldn't stop. Then I met this guy who said I should try Goyle Fuel. By the way, my name is Thomas. I did try Goyle Super XP Ron 95. Now my car is renewed. Yankonkwa!
Goyle stocks only higher grade fuels, further enriched with XP3 multifunctional enhancer, more efficient, eco-friendly, and at no extra cost. Available at every Goyle station. Ajibebia. Goyle Super XP Ron 95 and Diesel XP, higher grade fuels,